Dude, man, they just don't build crazy old white guys like they used to, man. Look at what you used to be able to do. Why do you look so sad? Why is the 10-foot banana so upset? What did you do to it? Okay, Eduardo Garcia Oh, no, sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. I have... Oh, okay, very particular rearrangement there, my man. All right, what do we got? Nice. I really don't like where cars are going, especially with Tesla for very obvious reasons, but holy shit. Oh no, what did you do? You killed Paul and Ringo. Well, okay, you killed Paul. All right, I'm not gonna do Ringo like that. Jeez, why'd you do that? Why did you do that? Did they deserve it? I'm confused. You know what? When I visited the UK, there was a part of me that was like, oh, I'd like to see Abbey Road, but then I stopped myself. I had to stop myself and go, no. Some touristy things just shouldn't be done at this point, you know? I've seen videos of people that go to this crossing to do the stupid picture, and I cannot believe how much it disrupts the local area. So many goddamn people show up to do the exact same photograph. At a certain point, they're gonna have to add like a little median in the road for people to stand on to take the photo, but dude, you're just impeding traffic, you're getting in the way, it's obnoxious, no one wants you there. Maybe the guy driving this Fiat is in the right. Although, he'd be in the right today, not in the right, like, when was this taken? Like 50, 60 years ago? I don't know how long ago Abbey Road was done. I don't really care to know. I'm no music nerd. I've got a boombox sitting next to me right now. You know what tape is in it? It says, The Sounds of the Everglades. It's an ambience tape. So what do I know, man? Go slow. Accident porn area. An accident... you mean accident prone? This area is prone to accidents, whether it's causing them or being involved in them. Look, 99% of this kind of crap is just because everyone's forced to speak English when they didn't ask to and didn't want to. So you end up with stuff like this. Accident porn area. What the hell is accident porn? I feel like that genre should be illegal and frowned upon. You know, Oh my god, the caffeine hasn't quite hit me yet, but I think we could all band together and completely avoid the accident porn areas of the world, okay? What the f*** is going on here? What is this from? Wait, why is the face hugger on the ass? What's happening? I'm sorry. I got nothing. I got nothing for some of these, okay? And I'm gonna have nothing for some of these. This is not what these things do, okay? You know it. That is not how they work. God damn it. And if it is how they're gonna work, hit me up. These ants seem to be attracted to my outlet. Any idea what called this? Any idea what called this? Okay, so the ants are freaking out about your outlet. Okay, well, let me think about this for a split second. Do you store sugar in your outlets? No? Damn, I'm gonna be honest, I'm fresh out of ideas at that point. I'm not sure exactly what could be going on. I really don't know. Bugs and all kinds of creepy crawlies confuse the shit out of me, okay? They really genuinely confuse me. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know how they think at all. But, you know what? I take that back. I do kind of know how they think. If you've seen Pymation's latest video, you'll get a little more insight into how ants are, how they behave, how they prepare for an emergency. But I'll never know. Look, if there's like sugar cubes on my counter in a bowl or something like that, and the ants are going crazy over that, yeah, I know what to do. But an outlet? I got no clue. I really hope there's nothing nefarious going on behind those little holes in the wall. Please don't make me get worried about outlets now. I'm already worried about every other aspect of my life, from like my liver and kidneys to the carpet. I don't need to be also worrying about outlets, for crying out loud. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wait, did you plug something in on top of them? What is wrong with you? What are you doing? Hold on. You need to call somebody, man. Like, you really gotta call somebody. What are those? What are those? Because I see the ants. They look like eggs, but that's not how that works. What is all that crap there? You know what? Please, just call somebody and have them come out. This is kind of grody, dude. You can't just let it happen. Just get the vacuum and have an inspector, a bug inspector. Have a bug inspector come out. Call Mike from Pymations. Please do that. He'll inspect them for you. Ants are attracted to the heat. You could have a nest behind your wall. Be careful, they can eat through wires and cause fires. Ooh, bars. Fire bars, for that matter. I figured heat, excuse me, could also have been a part of it, because, you know, once the summer months kick in, or once the winter months kick in, you start seeing more bugs try to get inside. I know that when things got chilly here last season, I'll see a couple spiders pop out, or maybe a centipede or something like that. No big deal. Actually, it could be a very big deal for you. This seems like a more serious problem than spotting a spider here or there. So my condolences, my friend. Your house belongs to the bugs. And there's nothing you can do. Okay, mildly infuriating. Wait. Hold the goddamn phone. No. First of all, what the hell is this vehicle? We know what brand it is. Is this like a van or something? I have never seen a front area of the car. Let's see, the front area of the cabin, where the passenger seat is 2 seats. Like, it's like a half bench seat. This is weird. And damn, someone's balls are really, really long, like 85-year-old man balls sticking out there, or they're short and they're sitting on the edge of the seat. I'm telling you right now, that's an odd position. If someone's sitting with their ass all the way back, that's like foot-long balls right there. Bravo. We're gonna give this guy a trophy for the longest balls in human history. Or that's something else entirely. But of course, you know it. I know, we all thought balls. Okay? If there's something else that's likely, no, we didn't think of that first. I'm still not thinking of what the alternative could be. No, I'm still thinking nutsack, and you are too, okay? I don't care how realistic an alternative option is. No. It's all about the balls. Open house. Maggie's 84th memorial. Her 84th freaking memorial at noon to, what, it's just not gonna end? So there's no set end time anymore, and she's having her 84th memorial. That's crazy, actually. I didn't know you could have that many. I thought one was generally it. It's a one and done. It's usually a few hours, but no, this one never ends. I guess once you get to a certain point, your memorials are just gonna last forever, am I right? I'm, of course, being a smartass. I'm so sorry, Maggie. You can't hear me. Not that you'd be watching EmKay if you could, but rest in peace, Maggie. Wherever you are out there, I hope you're playing the Oblivion remaster and having a great goddamn time. You guys think the Skyrim Grandma Let's Player is playing the Oblivion remaster? I hope she is, and I hope she's loving it. Okay, the Breakfast of Champions. That's gotta be so disgusting. That has gotta be so gross, dude. One single bite of that, and I think I would immediately throw up. I see. We've reached Facebook. I mean, I guess some of what we've seen so far is kind of Facebook coded for sure. And if you've ever been curious as to what the hell I mean when I start saying, ooh, this is very Facebook coded or whatever, how do you not understand what I'm talking about? It's the sort of thing that your 48-year-old uncle thinks is the funniest shit in the world and you don't get it. Kind of in the same way where if you show your 48-year-old uncle something you find really hilarious, he's not gonna like it at all, you know? Just the age gap of humor. But no, I feel like I have seen images like this. I've never seen this one in particular. It's got a certain Jenny says qua to it, all right? Jenny really be saying qua in this particular regard. Whatever, but you know a guy wearing Oakleys shared this on Facebook and was absolutely laughing his really long balls off when he saw it. Okay? In the biz, we call that a callback. They're really funny. The kids love them. Okay. See, that's a cool fanny pack. Okay, the one on the bottom doesn't work at all. I'm sorry. The rest work pretty well. Okay? I like them. But the one on the bottom, you went a step too far and now it just looks stupid. It doesn't look funny. It doesn't match. That's not a real guy. Hang on. Hold on. We're going to do a little bit of inspecting here. Yeah, cool. All right. So I don't know why we needed an AI-generated guy to show a f***ing fanny pack. Why did we need that? You couldn't just have a guy put on a fanny pack and you take a picture of him? If this is indeed an actual product, which I'd believe it, I've seen garbage like this on all storefronts. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw this in a Hot Topic or a Gap when I walked in there, okay? But how hard is it? And even better of a question, how expensive is it really for you to have a guy stand there while you take a photo? It doesn't even have to be a good-looking photo. This photo, which isn't a photo, by the way, looks like shit. But if your standards are as low as stooping to AI, then just have an employee take their dumbass phone, have them take another employee out back in the gross-ass alley or wherever the hell they work, and just take the photo. That's not hard. So this is sad and a little pathetic. I'm glad I paid more than half of a ounce worth of attention to that image. It's just stupid. I hate to constantly relitigate this. It sucks. It's annoying. I know people are annoyed by me going on these little rambles about it every time it pops up. It just really f***ing sucks. It does. As someone who is being directly affected by this sort of thing, immediately, it pisses me off and it makes me feel like no one cares about the craft I work on or the craft that any of these other artists work on. It's despicable, and it's pathetic, really. Like, imagine if for whatever reason EmKay decided to transition over to using an AI guy. Can you imagine that? They get rid of the three of us, and it's just one AI voice, or maybe a couple of AI voices. Not exactly very fun, because we don't get to have the personalities anymore. There would be no personalities at all. It would be robotic crap that stole someone else's voice. You know they would never do that. You know we would never let that happen, but can you imagine that, though? Any of the fun is completely sucked out of it. So as cute and funny as this might have been, it's not funny when you look over and see fake guy. Okay. Where's the balls? Oh my god, it's... Okay, sorry. My question stands. Where are the balls? You gotta add a couple in there. Brilliant painting. Very good job. How much are you trying to sell it for, though? That's the real question. Are we gonna put this up for consignment in like a coffee shop or something? I'm imagining seeing this in a coffee shop I frequent. I'm trying to imagine what the price tag on the sucker would be. I'm gonna say $85. You know what? No. I take that back. I'm gonna say $120. That's what I'm assuming. I know that's not the point, but there's only so much I can say about, wow, your ass is there. Oh my god, stay off of her. Oh, Jesus. Well, okay, let's do a real quick count. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holy shit. 8's actually diabolical, okay? The cheaper by the dozen thing, that's rare as hell. I feel like people over the double digits in children are super, super rare. And if they're not, please stop. For the love of Christ, please stop. But 8 is insane. And I gotta feel bad for the boy there. I gotta feel bad. He's got 5 billion sisters. Damn. Oh my god. It's gotta be a tortured existence, right? I've heard that older brothers, or younger brothers even, are annoying. Yeah, sure, they're annoying, you know? But I've heard nothing but horror stories about having older sisters. I've heard they're just straight up evil most of the time. I don't know what it is about you older sisters, but whoo-wee, the stories you hear. Also, you want to know how you can tell how old this image is now? I've seen it many times over the years, but look at that guy's phone. Is that a Samsung Galaxy S3? Or an S4? It's an S4 at the most. Need I remind you where we are in the smartphone world now? Okay, that's a chin. Oh, damn, okay. All right. You got hit hard enough so that you don't have to have that surgery you've always wanted. Random character I don't know the name of and have never, ever seen before. I need this. I don't need this for my chin. I need this for my brain. I need it to be permanently altered shape-wise. It might allow me to think and feel and read and just be more efficiently than I can currently. You guys know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, oh well. Okay, oh, it's the phases of the Oreo. Right, sometimes the Oreo is waxing, sometimes the Oreo is waning. Why are they Batman Oreos, though? Or Oreo? I think Oreo is plural of Oreo, right? Isn't it just the same? Am I crazy? Did I just make that up? I might have just made that up entirely. But it stands to reason, right? It sounds like it would be. Oreo. Can I have some Oreo? I actually, when I put it like that, it doesn't sound too correct, if I'm being perfectly honest. So I'll rescind that. Either way, why Batman? Does that make this cooler, or is that just what you had at the time? I gotta know the details, okay? Why? Because I want to know the details. So gimme, random guy who's never gonna see the video. These ants apparently died while eating this Cheeto. Oh, they're dead? Really? Well, see, let this be a lesson to you, okay, everyone? Cheetos and Doritos and Fritos and, wow, a lot end in O's, now that I think about it. They're not good for you, man. Do tree nuts instead, if you can, of course. Do some trail mix, maybe some crackers, some Snyder's of Hanover. Now that's the true epitome of healthy snacking right there. Especially those little cheddar cheese pretzel sandwich things. Oh, perfect. But look at what happens when you eat Cheetos. okay? You eat a Cheeto, you die. I'm sorry. That's how it's always worked. I know that's not how you want life to be. That's not how I want life to be, for sure. But it's a simple fact of life. If you eat a Cheeto, you will die. I'm actually, snarky weirdness aside, I want to know what happened here for real. What did it overload the ants? Was the Cheeto dusted in some kind of poison as a prank? What the hell could have happened here? I mean, I don't want to know what could have happened. We could sit here and think about that all day long. I want to know what did happen here, you know what I'm saying? Woke up this morning to find Easter eggs hidden throughout our front yard. No kids live here, and none of us did it. Huh. Was there anything good in any of them? I mean, you must have started to discover them pretty quick. Once you find one, you know there are more. You don't know how many, you just know that they're there, right? Hopefully, they've got some goodness in them for you, you know? It actually, for Easter, I was really, really bored the night before Easter. So I went out to our local Walmart and I bought a crappy pack of the plastic eggs, and I didn't have anything to put in them. I didn't get any candy or anything like that. I thought it would be funnier if I just put disappointing garbage in them. So that's what I did. Throughout our house, I hid Easter eggs full of things like me writing down a location for your debit card. Go find it. Stuff like that. I didn't actually hide anyone's debit card, but you see what I was doing. I was simply trying to be funny. I think I made a post about it on my Twitter. Either way, I really hope this guy shows us something from inside these eggs, and if they're empty, well, that's just littering. I'm sorry. If there's nothing cool in them for me, like some jelly beans or $50 cash, then you're just littering in my yard. Oh, wait, that one's open. What is in there, actually? Okay, there's one on your car. You gotta show us, right? The Easter Bunny must be real! For the love of God, I just wanted to see what was inside them. Okay, cool. I mean, look, if that works, that works. Put your husband to work, man. You know, husbands out there, this is the least you could do to help out. Okay? The literal least you could do. Breastfeed the cat and the baby at the same time, all right? I don't care if you work long hours. You had a child too, and adopted a cat, so you better be willing to use some little excess energy that you may or may not have to go home and give your wife a fucking break, all right? Okay? Because you get a break at work. I don't think your wife gets a break at home, okay? Especially caring for a newborn. You selfish son of a bitch. Okay, what are you fucking feeding the bear? Is it considered feeding if it's a liquid? That's a weird... I just thought about that. Because if you were like dropping, cornflakes or Cheetos on him or something, you're feeding him. But if you're dumping, what is that, tea into his mouth? That's a little bit different. I don't know why my brain does these things. I feel like we can ask some truly great questions from time to time. I'm assuming that, you're consuming it. You don't have to chew it, sure, but you're still consuming it. You're not eating it, you're drinking it, sure. But I'm assuming that feeding still works for if you're being fed a liquid. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's not true at all. I'm gonna do a quick Google, actually. All right, so I did a quick Google. I'm not gonna dig real deep into it. However, usually some synonym of give drink type is used. Feed us and bring us wine. Can you feed the kids and pour them some milk, says Person Man on Reddit 6 years ago. And someone else says, for animals, the verb is just water. You can water a horse or water your chickens. I'm gonna water the kids. What that usually means is dad is going to shoot them right in the face with a hose. Okay. Oh, this guy. Dude, I want one of these paintings so bad. Oh my God. Hell, I'd commission this guy to come and paint my local credit union on fire. I don't know what it is. That's like the most baller shit I've ever seen. Shows up at a bank and paints it burning to the ground. Didn't they try to arrest him, but they realized there's nothing they can really arrest him for because he's breaking 0 laws? Also, what is that? Oh, I never noticed his shirt. Crooks. Weird something. Bad for America. Shitty bank. Nice. This guy's a real one, dude. Fishermen in Australia caught this weird-looking fish. Does it have 8 legs and 8 eyes? And a big ass? Oh, no. There's no way it's real, right? Hold on. Someone in the comments had better have solved this little mystery. I kind of want to reverse image search this, because I don't really buy it. Like, it looks okay-ish right up until the head with the massive fucking eye. There's no way. I don't believe that for a second. All right, so one quick Google later. There's an article I've never heard of for the win from USA Today, but it's an article nonetheless with a higher res version of this image. And it does appear to be real from what I'm seeing, which is fucking crazy, and I don't... Apparently it is an oarfish. I suppose that is the case. You know, the fish that are colloquially called the doomsday fish because they'll usually show up before something like an earthquake. Like in Japan before the 2011 earthquake, like 20 of these motherfuckers washed up on the shores because they were, I don't know, I guess they were running, you know what I mean? It's kind of a silly way to put it. They weren't actually, but they're just, that happens. But they usually live between seriously deep depths, like 600 to 3,000 feet below the surface. So the fact that these guys caught one is crazy, dude. And the fact that it apparently, as far as I can tell, actually looks like that is completely insane. That is actually horrifying. It's got a seahorse's head and eyeballs the size of my fucking hand. That's weird. Dozens of weird Instagram accounts with seemingly random symbols. What? Well, it's AI-generated bot garbage, right? I mean, the images, I don't know, the images could or could not be that way, but to me, it just looks like some kind of, well, using botted accounts, obviously, making them in mass, posting stupid garbage in order to drum up some kind of curiosity, and then once all is said and done, they'll all start advertising Bitcoin or Ethereum or some stupid shit. Hell, they might even be trying the NFT grift again somehow. This one's a lot crappier looking though. Looks like I drew this stuff. Okay, yeah, it continues the trend of looking like crap. Oof. This might be steganography, and given the context of how you found it, you should probably report this. What does that mean? No, really, what does that mean? Practice of concealing a message or data within another message or object, hiding its existence rather than simply making it unreadable. Yeah, okay, so there's definitely some creepiness to be had in there, and that is putting it lightly. Good lord. I found this journal with college notes in the middle of the desert. This was the last page. Okay, passwords, people to contact. I love that friend, complicated. If you see this, you mean a lot to me. You have been a huge part of my life and experiences while in college. You have made most of my college amazing and memorable. You are much appreciated and what? And something by me? I don't know what, loved by me? Anyway, this is just a message for my passwords, electronics, people to contact. I don't think this person's around anymore. Maybe they went back home. 3 involved. Person 1, mom of child provoking incident. Person 2, confronting mom. Person 3, other member of person 2's posse. I'm out. This is scaring me. Jordan Boone was missing 2 years when a TikToker found some of his belongings in the desert, which eventually led to his remains being found. Definitely alert the authorities. Holy shit! Whoa, dude! All right. A story in 3 parts. Wow, okay, you don't need to get that aggressive, dog. Chill the hell out. You can have the fucking share. Yes, thank you. Probably the second best mod for the original Resident Evil 4 on PC, no joke. That's the second best mod. The first one is the full HD overhaul mod that even Capcom supported the creation of. But this is the second best. And I'm really glad that someone also made this mod for Resident Evil 4 Remake. Okay, I wonder if that kid will notice. If he goes around to the other side, do you think he'll even remotely notice? Found this note taped under a panel in this storage cabinet. Previous owner just trolling me? Don't look under the floor. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. It's... Duh. There's not like a body down there, dude. I wouldn't overthink it. Uh-oh. You didn't look under the floor though, did you? You're not supposed to do that. Okay. No. Is that a tracking number? Oh my god, this was the credentials to a Bitcoin wallet. I'm rich. Thank you for posting this. Oh, woohoo! Yeah, dude, you should have like double checked it before posting it online, man. All right, so that is a bolt action slug shotgun. Is the Library of Congress identifier for Private Investigator Handbook. The Private Investigator Handbook, the do-it-yourself guide to protect yourself, get justice, or get even. That's all I got. I'm grasping at straws. If OP opens the floor and finds a shotgun and a book, I'm gonna freak out. Well, we're never going to know, unfortunately. This is definitely one of those mysteries that was never solved. Yep, it was never f***ing solved. Or at least it wasn't solved for us, because now we have Captain Penis Head gracing our screens. Damn! You know, it's weird. Sometimes being thick just occurs in nature. I mean, obviously it occurs in us humans more than anything else, but every now and then, a tree or apparently a fruit or a veggie will just come out looking crazy. My costume from my right side, my costume from the front. Please don't ever look at me straight on. Holy shit, that's horrifying. And it's even more horrifying because you're looking over to your left, and so your eyes are mostly white, and it makes it a lot scarier looking at this particular case. Okay. Did he pee a heart on the ground for you? Okay, perfect timing. Why would you, what? I don't get people. Why I'm single. Dick is too big, might kill somebody. Why did we have to Photoshop the check mark onto the shirt? Or you know what, the whole thing looks like it could be, realistically. I just don't know why one detail looks so much worse than the rest. Strange design on the back of Easter Skittles. Okay, so we have, all right. Oh, yeah, that's not what I expected. That is not at all what I was expecting. I don't know what I was, if I'm being real with you, but it wasn't a picture of dirt and clumped up humidified cocaine. What is this? From what I remember reading, they're meant to be hidden like Easter eggs. Oh, okay. No, okay, never mind. That's cute. I like that. Like some look like grass, pavement, etc. Now it's a gimmick and useless since there's a border, but that looks like different ground types. Yeah, grass, pavement, gravel, and a crack house, etc. That's actually cute. Hopefully it's cute. I mean, because if any is left on the ground, then it's just littering. Why? For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son. And apparently a bunch of Dr. Pepper and Sprite. Hey, she's never losing it. She's not the crazy one here. I'm fat because every time I f*** your dad, he pours bacon grease down my throat. Is that your reward? Is that what? I don't care anymore, man. No, I haven't seen this image in a long time. But yeah, this is the one where they took their sisters. Well, they didn't take their own sisters, but you get what I mean, to the prom, which seems like adorable. It just seems adorable, okay? Okay, finally a urinal I can get down with. I realized as I was saying that, what the f*** does that mean? Like really, truly.